The first few rallies can be a little nondescript, right? Kind of like getting settled in.
0-0.
And this is their second meeting all time. Christian Alshon leads 1-0. So haven't played each other as often as I would have thought.
Yeah, I would have thought they'd played more, you know, given their seeds. But looks like it was a tough match, right? 3 games with the Texas Open. So
2-0.
It's getting a little chilly, a little windy too.
Zane is definitely an emotion player, right? And he's going to try and bring emotion to his game. And Christian used to do more of that. Now he seems to be a little more kind of level when he plays. At least that's what I've noticed. But everybody has their own way of approaching the game, I guess.
1-2.
Good cat and mouse. That's a good example of cat and mouse game there. Right, both players up at the non-volley zone line. Go to left to right, see if you can create an opening or pull somebody wide.
I wonder how much of that cat and mouse we're going to see here in this match.
We were talking about that earlier. Remember, shows 2 backhands that Christian hit, right? The first one, he cut it. But the second one was a more traditional, you know, power shot, if you want to think about it that way. Roll, volley. See how they rely on each one of those.
It's a nice deep serve to Zane's backhand there.
Yeah, this is a game, right, singles, where the serve definitely makes more of a difference than it doubles. I mean, it's always important to serve well, but singles, you got to, want to score points, you got to take a serve.
Yeah, I think it's worth taking a little extra risk in singles on the serve and return.
4-2. Side out.
Good shot by Zane there.
And we got Christian Alshon's career record here, 68% winning record. It's pretty impressive, and you can see a lot of match reps as well with that total number of matches.
Yeah, that's a big sample size to have that kind of 68% win rate. Yeah, Christian's one of those, you know, like a two-dimensional pickleball guy, meaning like, you know, he's successful in maybe 3-dimensional, think about that way. He's successful in doubles and in singles, right? Zane's known more, I think, as a single specialist. So this is his is where he shines more than anything. So solid career record too, though. 59 and 30, not too shabby.
Smaller sample size, but still a big sample size and a winning record.
Well, something's got to give here, Mevish, right? 260-some%. 65+%.
4-4. See that emotion that you talked about, Tony, from Zane?
Yeah, he's definitely likes to get that emotion going for himself. Yeah, I did a shout out to Christian a few months back when they him and Andre lost a tough 5-gamer to Ben and Gabe.
Christian Alshon versus Zane Ford. Zane Ford leads 6-4. Let's see how this game continues to unfold after this timeout called by Christian. Like that timeout call.
Love it. Yeah, I mean, you know, Christian came out strong. Zane has made a run, right? And right now Zane's in control, so we'll see what Christian can do to wrest control away. That's one way of doing it, right? Nice rally there. Let's see if Christian can turn it into some points now. Right, it's all about converting when you got the serve in this game. That was a big serve. That's like I'd say a textbook Christian Alshon singles, right? Big serve, come in, use your wingspan.
It's really good.
Cross court volley, put away. He's missed a couple of those short balls so far, Christian, forehand and a backhand. So see if he can sort that out. Maybe he's not getting set. I don't know.
6-5. Point.
I'm feeling like Christian wants to make this a game of just, firing cannons at each other, right? And Zane wants to make it more of an athletic, dogfight.
Just caught the line there.
A small detail, Mevish, but I always like to see when players recognize a good shot,
Yeah,
a bit
it
of a
did
paddle
notice
clap
that.
or something. This is a nice touch. It doesn't detract from your play. You can come back out and play as hard as you want. Recognize the good play there.
Christian is serving big.
I think Christian wants to be out of the rally in like 3 or 4 shots, right?
6-7.
Zane wants to make it 10, 12, 14 shots.
Point.
That's that volley we were talking about, right? I think that's just more effective once you're in control, right? Just stay in control.
Yeah, hitting that drop volley is a little too risky for my liking. Can be effective, but I liked
7-7.
Christian's choice there.
That's a couple of those right now by Zane, right? So maybe a timeout would be good here. Opts not to call a timeout. All right.
8-7.
Risky.
Side out.
He said, Tony, I don't need no timeout.
Yeah, Christian kind of helped him out with a little bit of a floater on the drop there.
That's fair.
I agree. He did get out. Like when you have a timeout in doubles, you're like, well, one more. Right? Like, you're successful, you're right about it. Right? I'm actually surprised to see Christian playing to Zane's forehand so much here. Because Zane had missed a couple of backhands earlier, right? So I don't know about you, Mevish, but I see a wing that's trouble. I hit that wing.
Zane just said, this court does not like me. So I don't know if he played on it earlier today and maybe didn't get a whole lot of love from the net or what.
Yeah, he was playing out here earlier with, he had a really tough match against Juan Benitez, a 3-gamer. So
Side out.
Christian's making some unusual errors, I think, when I watch him play. Missing some shots that usually doesn't miss.
Let's see if
7-8.
Zane can tie it up here. Woo!
Point.
All right, we talked about that earlier. That's the kind of shot. That's the kind of rally Zane wants to play, right? What was that? 6, 7 shots each, right?
If I was Gen Z, I would make some sort of comment. I'm not sure what on the 6-7, but I am.
I didn't even.
Millennial.
I didn't even hear that. I didn't even hear that in myself. Yeah, I guess.
First challenge, timeout receiver, 8-8, 45 seconds.
I like the time out there. People behind us. Without them,
Eight,
ain't no
eight.
Daytona pickleball courts. So, got to recognize the people that make it possible.
Absolutely.
Not just the players are super important, but not just the players.
All the people that go into making this show happen.
As they say, Mevish, good timeout, right? Because it came out of timeout, got the side out. So.
Mm-hmm.
Textbook Christian Alshon again. Big serve, get up there, big wingspan, right?
9-8.
Well played. See if he can give himself an opportunity for a game point.
Side out.
Wants that one back for sure. Complete control of that rally. Just missed by a little bit.
8-9.
Interesting how you can tell, you know, when a player really likes one side or the other side better. I mean, Christian keeps on running all the way around the backhand, hit a forehand on those returns.
9-9. Side out.
Oh, Zane wants that one back. These are the moments, Mavish, right here.
Big moments.
9-9.
Matches like the quarterfinals and stuff, you play every other rally just to get here.
Yeah, that wingspan is quite advantageous.
Surprised Zane didn't pull that one cross court. Just go down the line, and Christian was sitting on.
9-9.
Yeah, last couple rallies there, Mavish.
11-9.
Big Christian Alshon.
Men's singles quarterfinals. First game went to Christian Alshon, 11-9.
Yeah, that was a really good game. I thought both players, you know, imposed the type of game they wanted to play. You know, Zane wants to play more of an athletic, extend the rally, try and find little holes to poke it through, and Christian wants to play big. Christian wants to be out in roughly 3 shots if he can, right, by himself, and then, or for him, and then Zane's happy to hit, you know, 8, 9, 10 shots and just keep the rallies going. So we'll see how Zane comes out in game 2. But it's what's the stat there? 5-14, not too bad. After losing the first game, 4 of the time. That's it. That shows grit. Shows willingness to come out and keep battling. So.
See if we can show that grittiness today.
Game 2 time in. 0-0. Side out.
Solid passing shot. The inside out forehand passing shot.
0-0.
Actually, that wasn't inside out. That was across the body. Wow, what a nice passing shot there by Zane. Those short court, cross court shots are absolutely critical if you're going to play at this level of singles. So Zane's off to a hot start, 2-0. I'm thinking one more Mevish and Christian calls a timeout.
I think that might just be the case.
My prediction correct or incorrect? Correct. Towel timeout. Wants one more Mevish.
4-0. 4-0.
We'll be very surprised if there's no. There we go.
There we go.
Yep. Next 3 tour stops. So we've got the Masters, the all white, and then we've got Lakeville, Minnesota, and then Cape Coral, Florida.
I'll be at Cape Coral, but I wish I might try and make the Masters. The Masters is fire. Gotta make the Masters. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah, players and spectators, I know, really enjoy that one.
Christian's found the solution. Looks like he
Side out.
found that one. Might have a video challenge here.
Referee timeout. Have a challenge in
All
the
right.
in-room. Result of the rally is side out, 0-5. We'll now proceed to video
A
review.
decent challenge there, I think, Mevish.
Yeah, I don't mind that challenge.
Could be a 6-0. So hard to call that over. I've cast my vote, Mevish. I have it in my brain. Still hasn't changed. My vote. Your vote, Mevish, locked in your brain? You don't have to share it, but you have it locked in? Locked in.
I'd love to see another angle, but I think I've got
You should write it down.
a decision and then just show each other at the same time.
All right, we can do like a rock, paper, scissors. Just kidding. Maybe like a number or something, right?
I think it was
I have
in.
it. I have it in too. Yeah, barely. On the very outside, one of those that you see like they had the top down thing.
Review. The result of the rally stand vote is in. After one free challenge, no free challenges remaining. One free challenge remaining is in play at side out, 5-0.
Let's see. Christian can put a run together. This is a run game singles, right? So
Setting 0-5. Side out.
I thought Christian was calling the return out, but he didn't. His throw was out. So
Point.
singles is a funny game because singles, doubles at least you have your partner, you can get some support, things like that. Singles, you're on an island.
6-0.
Things start going sideways for you. It's just, all of a sudden you're missing everything. You don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, and that's where I know you mentioned before, Tony, that it can be helpful to have a coach. It's that long wingspan, and
I don't know a lot of players reach that ball with that success, that was impressive. But he did hit a drop volley, got him in trouble. That's what got Zane up to make him hit that shot. The more I watch pickleball, Mevish, the more I don't know, like to me, I would relegate the drop volley to almost never hitting. Rec play, you can hit it in rec games. Monday rec games.
I think it has its place, but it's definitely
1-6.
risky.
Ooh. Christian had that one on the paddle the way he wanted it, but that's the kind of rally I think Zane wants to play. He wants to play kind of a dogfight sort of style.
6-1.
They're up at the line. I think Zane's chances dramatically improve. Christian's one of the best at the towel timeout. I have no problem with the towel timeout. I think it's a smart strategy. Mevish, do you do the towel timeout?
Not as well as Christian does.
Christian is top 5.
Owl timeouters.
Top 5 towel timeouters. I think he did the ball kick there. That's an old move that players who shall not be named used to do a lot of. Just kind of roll the ball with the toe a little bit, to the corner.
Side out.
All right, he's got a hole to dig out of. 1-8. That's not impossible, but. I don't know what the stats are in singles being down 1-8. I guess it's 15%.
Just wide.
What do you think, Mevish? You go higher or lower than 15% on coming back from 1-8 down in singles? Okay, 15.
Lower.
Where are you at? What's your line?
11.
Okay, all right, I'm with you. 15 might be a little high.
Go lower than that.
Lower than 11, all right. Mevish is still going down.
No faith.
Side out.
That's the momentum killer there, but he does have to go big on the serve, so that's where that balance is so hard to figure out.
8-3.
Go super big on the serve, risk going out, or
Side out.
Zane had what he wanted there. I see if Christian takes a little off the serve or still goes big with it after missing the last serve.
3-8. Point.
Christian is closing that gap.
Eagles, you can update that as you would like, but 11 is your current percentage.
4-8.
So we'll see what happens here, but keep the momentum going. That's the way Christian wants to play, right? A couple big shots, get up to the net, use that wingspan, and put the incredible pressure on Zane.
5-8.
Same again, right? Rinse and repeat. If I was Zane, I think I'd try and slow it down a little now. Maybe like throw in a little cat and mouse shot, a drop or something.
Great shot by Zane there.
I think Christian didn't quite get the shot he wanted off, and Zane made him pay for it.
See if Zane can get off 8 here. He's been stuck on 8 for a minute.
8-6.
Christian got what he wanted, just couldn't convert. So Christian didn't really challenge anything. He just used his video challenge.
15 seconds. No timeouts, no free challenges. No timeouts, no free challenges.
9-6 till anybody game, Mevish, I think. So favoring Zane, obviously, but you know, the last couple points can prove challenging.
Time. 9-6.
Really well struck balls by Zane there, Mevish, right?
Yeah.
A lot of power behind him.
Gives him a game point.
10-6.
That is game. Great game by Zane Ford there.
Played exactly the game he wanted.
We are into game 3 in the men's quarterfinal.
Here at the Carvana grandstand at the Dairy Farmers PPA stop in lovely Pictona facility in Holly Hills. This is a brawl we have going on here in a positive sense, meaning that these two players are going to game 3. Christian Alshon, the number 2 seed, won game 1, 11-9. Zane Ford, the number 9 seed, clawed back in game 2 to win it 11-6. We're going to game 3. We'll switch at 6. So let's see how this goes. So it looks like Christian Alshon is pretty solid on deciding games here at almost 70%. That shot there was a really sick shot by Christian that shows. You can see the look on Zane's face there when that landed in the corner. So, you know, it's going to be tough to knock out Christian Alshon. He's not afraid of 3 gamers there. Not crazy about the drop shot there by Christian, but it worked out. Zane is a really fast player, very athletic player. Brought him in, put himself in a little bit of trouble there, but still got out of it. So I think Christian's approach to this game is just going to be, you know, play big in the big wingspan. That's exactly how Zane wants to play, with those short angles and athleticism. So each one has their style that gives them success. It's the biggest chance for success. Pretty short return by Christian there. You know, singles and doubles both. Short returns get you in trouble, but in singles it's exposed pretty quickly. Short return by Christian. Zane's able to get up to the line and put some pressure on Christian for the pass. Another really good rally by Zane. He's on a pretty good roll there. Christian is one of the best at this in the sport. I'm a fan of it in terms of, you know, game management. Goes over there, gets his towel, towels off. Takes a moment there. Surprised to see a video challenge here by Zane. He decides to challenge. It's an early challenge, but you know, we'll see whether it's in or out. But it's still a good challenge by Zane, not in the sense of being in or out, but just in terms of keeping his momentum going. The call was out, so the referee sees enough here to overrule. Referee's going to ask for it to be zoomed in. The difficulty with these sometimes is figuring out when the ball bounced, right? So the ball bounced there or the one frame before when you have this frame by frame. It'd be very challenging. That is an amazing passing shot there by Zane. That's a lot of pressure by Christian. Nothing you can do in that situation. Zane also has a very strong 3-game record there at over 60%. So it's like they say, something's going to have to give here between these two players who are both battlers in Game 3 matches. So, you know, exactly what we expected here. Game, you know, 3rd game between the 2nd seed and the 9th seed. And it's pretty much anybody's game based on their record. So we'll see how it goes. It's going to be a question of who can impose their will in terms of the style of play we see here. Do we see big shots and rallies ending short, or do we see long rallies that require multiple shots hit? That time Christian comes out ahead of that one. But I think, you know, these kind of long rallies with a lot of cat and mouse and moving around, you know, probably gives Zane a small edge. I think the rallies where Christian can impose his will with big shots and using his wingspan up at the line are the ones that Christian wants to play and favor Christian. Rallies like that one there, exactly where, you know, big serve, big third coming forward, putting a lot of pressure on Zane. Not a lot of place that Zane can put the ball, so he ends up missing the shot, trying to do something with it. So that's the kind of rally that's going to favor Christian. This kind of rally here, the way it's developing, is the kind of rally that I think Zane wants to play. Zane wants to play these kind of rallies. He missed that shot there, but, you know, that's the way Zane wants to play. You know, a lot of cat and mouse, a lot of moving the ball around, not letting Christian impose his will with bigger shots. You know, if you look at shot making here, Christian's going to have the advantage in terms of just size of shot, if you will, you know, power of shot. And so Zane wants to stick more to a cat and mouse, moving the ball around approach. That's another textbook Christian rally there. Looks like, I don't know if Zane's scratching it back or tweaked his back a little bit there. But that's, you know, big shots getting up to the line. He had that one cut volley there that you know, allowed Zane back into the rally. But then Christian's so long, he's able to close and finish with that, that strong forehand cross-court volley. Christian's just going to look to do that, you know, rinse and repeat. He's going to look to go big on the serve, big on the third. All right, we're back at Game 3 here at the Carvana Grandstand here at the Dairy Farmers stop, the Florida Dairy Farmers stop here at the PPA Tour. Christian serving 5-2. That was exactly the way Christian wanted to play it. Zane painted the line with that shot, so he got out of that. But that's exactly the way Christian wants to play these rallies. Get big up there and impose his will. Let's see if Zane can change the script. And you can see the difference there in the rally between the last rally and this one. Look how Zane basically wants to play like these short shots and cross-court shots like that. that kind of game favors Zane's style of play. So Zane is going to try and shorten the court, if you will, play more like that style, whereas Christian's just going to try and keep the court big. With Zane off the, outside the line where he can impose his will up at the line. Christian Alshon towel timeout. Again, I think it's a perfectly fine game management tool. No reason to rush.
4-5.
Zane had what he wanted there, just missed it by a little bit. One of the things that can help you if you're a amateur player, let's see this one again here. So he got what he wanted. That's the same shot he hit earlier that he hit in, so just missed by a little bit. That rally played out the way he wanted to play it. But one thing that you can start looking for when you're playing and you want to figure out how your opponents want to play is look at how they move relative to the shot they're going to hit, and I'll come back to that when Christian's returning again. Show you a little trick. And Christian got what he wanted there, just missed it by a little bit. When we see this cross-court pull, missed it by a little bit. Surprised he's not challenging. I don't know if he's already used a challenge or not. I don't think he has, but he opts not to, so.
4-5.
Be tough when you have one video challenge whether you want to use it there or save it. A couple of missed returns there by Christian. So what you'll notice there, when you see Christian returning, particularly on the even side, is that he will run around the backhand. So what you'll see Zane do is usually serve down the tee, and then Christian will basically run around the backhand because he wants to hit the forehand. So put some pressure on his shot. Even there, right? He's running around it. What that does is it tells you that Christian is a backhand player, a forehand player, and wants to get around the backhand. So all right, so Zane's been able to come back from the 5-2 deficit. He's up 6-5. They're going to now break for a timeout, and we'll be back in a couple for the wrap. Match here is living up to its billing here. The 9th seed and the 2nd seed. We're in game 3. Zane Ford has taken control of the match in terms of momentum right now. He's up 6-5 with the ball, so he's going to be serving coming out of this timeout. Now the stat that we showed you earlier for both these players shows that they're both super competitors in 3 game matches. We've had Christian's record in 3 game singles matches is roughly 70%, and Zane's is right around 60%. So you expect this kind of battle from both of these players. What's happened now is the momentum is Zane's. Christian's missed a couple of returns. As I mentioned earlier, he runs around his backhand to hit a forehand return. So if you can get the serve to his backhand like that, he's going to run around it. Actually surprised that one didn't that one didn't land out. That was really close. So we had a couple missed returns of serve, and we've been playing Zane's game, which is to shorten the court a little bit and play more some angles, some short angle shots. Christian wants to play big, wants to play long, if you will, and impose himself. So we'll see what he does here with this serve. So you can see there how, like Christian wants to keep those balls going long. He wants to use the long part of the court, and Zane wants to use the short part of the court, or more the diagonals, if you will. Whichever player can impose their will is going to win this match, probably. Christian had a good look there. Good battle there by Zane to keep that ball alive and just give Christian another ball. Another thing you can take away, when you're watching this, if you're a pickleball player yourself, is oftentimes it's just putting the ball in play one more time that gets you the rally. You don't oftentimes have to hit the winner yourself. Just put that ball back in play. I don't think I've lost count. I think that's 3 missed returns of serve by Christian. If my counting is correct, and that's a lot of points. That's 3 out of 7 points that Zane has scored in this 3rd game are missed returns of serve. So big part of the story right now are just missed shots by Christian off the return. All right, Zane's in control of this match, I think. Yep, so good timeout there by Christian. They were asking me why there's so many players around the grandstand. Everybody knows why so many players on the grandstand. They got the best production team on the planet on this grandstand match right now here. We're in game 3. This is an exciting 8-6 Zane serving. Let's see if he can close out game 3 or Christian can make a comeback. That's just a fantastic rally. Yep, that deserves it. There you go, Christian. Get everybody excited. Really good by both players. Just fantastic by players. Great shot by Christian to go behind Zane there, but Zane played that fantastically well. So. Christian kept the balls going the long way. Zane tried to go across the short way and just a little clip of the net there. But everybody got the shots they wanted. Christian's going to keep going big here. Ball is out. Video challenge. I like the challenge, even if it's in, doesn't matter. It's a good challenge. You can't let that one, you want to get that momentum going back. Let's see here. I know my vote. What's your vote out there? What do you think? In or out? Close. May not be that close. Here it is. Referee's taking a look at it, zooming in. Where the ball bounced? That's the difficulty with these out balls. Sometimes it's figuring out where the ball bounced. All right, let's see what the results of the video challenge are coming out of this. Even sometimes, you see the players call this video challenge or the challenge. It's a good timeout use. All right, so we got a side out here. Zane's going to come out with the ball and the lead at 8-7 in game 3. This match will decide who gets to go to the semifinals on Saturday here in Daytona, Holly Hills, Florida.
There you go. Come on, Zane, right here. Get it done.
Christian got exactly the ball he wanted. I don't know if he lost the ball. It's kind of dusk right now here. Might have lost the ball. I'm not sure. All right, I don't know how Christian saved that first one, but he did, and then Zane was able to keep the pressure on and get the match point now at 10-7.
10-7.
I'm not sure if Christian intended that shot. It worked out well for him, but in the end, but little roller there that Zane couldn't quite get to. I think Zane was surprised at how short the ball was because Christian's been playing big and deep the whole time, and that was the first time he went short on a ball like that I can remember. That's the way that Christian wants to play, and this is not the first time Christian has been down in one of these kind of matches, so Christian's probably not flustered, not rattled by this. See if he can keep the momentum going.
8-10.
So Christian's going to keep going big. I got to think Christian's either not seeing it or that's the second one he misses up there. Shoulder high backhand, which is pretty routine for Christian. So
10-8.
that's a big win for Zane. Great battle. Way to come back from one game down. Now these two players are at tied basically 1-1 in their results. So big advance for Zane going to the semifinals here on Saturday here at the Florida Dairy Farmers PPA stop in Daytona Beach. Just really good pickleball by both players, and Zane comes out ahead.